Hello from Yes Queen channel. Thank you very much for watching our channel. And in today's video, I would like to share advice on how to come out at work and at school. I would like to give advice from 4 perspectives. So one is that what kind of people we should avoid, and the second point is how we know which one to avoid. And the third point is that how to choose people who seems non-judgmental, who seems accepting. And the last point is, so how should we start the conversation? And I'm making this video because it's almost April. So in Japan, everything starts in April. The new academic year starts in April, and people enter the office in April. So, there will be many freshers in Japan. People who will enter like new school, new office, or like those who who have like new academic year and who has like new classmates and all. So I thought this is a good timing to make this video and share my advice. And so I am out, but my girlfriend is in the closet. So in this video, I will be the only one giving you the advice. And so as some of you might already know, I'm very out, so I've been working as a consultant. So this is my second consulting firm that I'm working for, and the first consulting firm that I used to work for, it's a global consulting firm. So it's very understanding towards diversity. So there was even like LGBT community. So I was there. And also like for my first company, there was an orientation ceremony before entering the consulting firm. And even on that day, I told my colleagues that I have a girlfriend, And so, and now at my current company, it's a kind of startup and I work as a business consultant. And on my very first day, they had this welcome party, welcome dinner, and already came out that, oh, I have a girlfriend, she's so beautiful and I love her. And also like we have this like company's Facebook website where we post things, where we introduce things, and where we exchange the information. And I had to make a post because I was a newbie and I had to introduce myself, and I already kind of came out with my introduction. And there's a family day. So when my company has this anniversary date, when it's a date that they establish their company, we can bring our partner or family. So I brought my girlfriend like that, So I do that because I don't want people asking me like, hey, who's your boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? What kind of guy is your type? I didn't want to like explain each time. So, hey, I'm not... I have a girlfriend and she's so beautiful, I mean, I don't mind talking about how beautiful my girlfriend is every time, but, I don't want to talk about, hey, by the way, I'm LGBT, I didn't want to have to describe about my sexuality every single time. So for me, it's just easy to just come out at once. But I know that some people prefer to come out individually. I respect that. So that's why I made this video. And also in my previous video, I also talked about how to avoid sexually related conversations if you don't want to come out, because not coming out is always an option. Okay, so first advice, what kind of people we should be avoiding. So there are some people who would ask you very direct and awkward questions from the very beginning, and you're like, oh, but I don't even know you, and yes, like they are very open and friendly people, and from the very beginning we just get on and we have these deep conversations, we talk about whatever we want. Yeah, there are people like that, but there is a clear difference between like these open and friendly people and these very direct and awkward people. So when I meet these like very direct and awkward people, I don't talk about myself. I let that person talk, so I let that person talk so I don't have to talk about myself, that's how I avoid these people, because especially when you do like one-on-one coming out, you want to make sure that you can trust that person, So the second advice is like how to see what kind of people that we should be avoiding. So, if you're a student, maybe during the class, there's a break, so you have chit chat, or like lunchtime chit chat, and also at the office you also have break, and also you have like a lunch break, and like you have this chit chat with your colleagues. So when you have these chit chats, it really shows what kind of people they are. So chit chat, or like chit chat about romance, or chit chat about anything, if they diss about someone, if they just talk about someone behind their back, or if they're just dissing someone all the time, or negative about someone, or if they love to spread gossip, if they are talking about the gossip all the time, then you don't want to be the target. You don't know what they're talking about behind your back, right? So when I see these people, I avoid them. And I avoid them not just because I don't want to talk about my sexuality. It's because I don't enjoy spending time with these people. I love to spend time with the people that I love, the people who make me happy, those people who inspire me, Yeah, so when you have chit chats, make sure like what kind of the stuff that they're saying. Yes. And especially, if you're at school, like, like telling your senior, or like if you're at work, telling your boss or your client, maybe you can take more time to, talk about yourself. Yes, and make sure that, if they see people fairly, if they're non-judgmental, because that's very important, yes. So the third advice, people who seem to be okay to talk about our sexuality. So, when we talk about LGBT or something, there are some people saying, oh, I also have LGBT friends. So if they talk about their LGBT friends as just part of their daily life, I think you can talk to them about your sexuality too. And just make sure that those people are not like naming their friend's name or something. Like if they're saying like, oh, I also have LGBT friends, just casually, like it's their part of their lives, I think you can talk to them about it. But there are some people who like, oh, I have like gay friends or something. Like some people, I don't understand, but some people brag about having LGBT friends. It's like we are their accessories. So I don't really think it's cool because we're all humans. So yeah, there is a clear difference. So I don't really trust the latter person. Yeah. So so if there are people who just, it's not a biggie, it's not a big thing, it's not a special thing for those to have LGBT friends. It's like, oh, I also have LGBT friends, that's it. They don't make it anything special, they don't make it a big deal, then I think you can talk to them about your sexuality. And also, maybe this is the case, especially in Japan, but if somebody has experience of living abroad like me, they've seen the diversity, the more diverse world in Japan. So maybe they know more about how to, what the diversity is. So maybe they are more understanding. But what you should be careful about is that every country has different culture, and some countries are very religious or very strict about the sexuality. So make sure what kind of countries these people used to live. Yes. And so the last advice, how should we start the conversation? So usually I say are you conservative? Some people, especially in Japan, when I translate that in Japanese, they don't get my point. So maybe you can say are you an accepting person or something like that. Yeah, when you're talking about relationship or love, then you can say, oh yeah, by the way, are you an accepting person, or are you non-judgmental? Yeah. And some people might misunderstand and say, oh, are you having an adultery? I mean, that's what happens all the time in Japan. But I say no, I have a girlfriend. No adultery at all. But anyways, yeah, you can ask them, if you're if they're judgmental or if they're accepting. Yeah, That's how I start a conversation when I come out one-on-one. Yes. And after you tell them, the important thing is that make sure to tell them that not to tell others, because you know when heterosexual people, straight people, tell other people, oh hey, she's LGBT, that's called outing, you know, and outing can cause a serious damage. You know, some people even commit suicide. So, and the thing is that heterosexual people, many of them don't know that they shouldn't say that, you know, so make sure to prevent any risk, okay? And really, again, going back to the beginning, if somebody likes spreading the rumor or the gossip, even though you ask them not to tell, they will tell anyway. So let's avoid these people. Yeah. So these are my advice. I hope they helped. And so yeah, I hope you all have a fresh, amazing start from April. Yes. So thank you very much for watching our video, and if you liked the video, please press like, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please press subscribe, and if you would like to share our channel to others, your friends, or any kinds of platform, we'll be so grateful. So thank you very much, and see you very soon. Bye!